The TUF president says his federation wants no part of whatever game the civil society network is playing. Julian Monrose says the issue of members' rights is no joke. He says CSN president Flavia Cherry's call for peace lacks credibility and he doesn't understand her antics.
Well, I don't understand the game that civil society network, whatever the name is. I don't understand that the game that they're playing. There's an issue before us. Everybody knows the facts of the issue, and we know that the government, and principally, in an unprincipled way rather, we've held public servants' monies. So if that organization wants to make a comment, I think that they should take a position and say where right is right and wrong is wrong.
On Tuesday, the CSN president called for peace between the government and public workers. Flavia Cherry says St. Lucia, like every other country around the world, is facing tough financial times, and a strike by public servants could cripple the country. Public servants want their 7.5% salary increase, but the Prime Minister says government can only afford to pay 3% now, and the rest 6 months later. Cherry says this is a situation that can be resolved simply without protests.
When you really look closely at it, it's just the difference between the two in terms of what has been offered is just 1.5%. And we believe that bearing in mind the difficult economic times in which we live, St. Lucia can ill afford the kind of economic crisis that is likely to result if there's an all-out strike.
Monrose says the situation is not as simple as Cherry claims. He says it's a matter that involves workers' rights, which he's committed to defend. The TUF president says the federation is taking a stand, and Cherry should understand that.
To suggest that, well, now is not the best time for people to defend their rights, I don't understand the comment. And so if the whatever it is, wants to play games, the Trade Union Federation is not about playing games. We are about defending our rights as workers. And I don't know that there is a good time or a bad time when it comes to defending your rights.
Monrose says the TUF continues to do its job to represent and be the voice of its members. That job, he says, is a serious one with no time for the games that Cherry wants to play. He says at the very least the CSN president should state publicly who's right in this situation, because where rights are concerned, it's no laughing matter. Alison Kentish, HTS News, Channel 4.